Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Manny Pacquiao may face Mike Alvarado. Boom. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Ego rumor mill. I told you, believe in it. Now, it's not 100% sure. It's just a follow-up video. But I did a video months ago. I think it was in 2017, talking about the prospects of Manny Pacquiao versus Mike Alvarado. And this was before I really seen anyone talking about it. And now it's looking like this might actually be a thing. They're talking about putting it on the Crawford Horn card. I don't know, in some capacity. Pacquiao in the past hasn't really been an undercard fighter. So I don't know if this would be, I don't see why they would make Pacquiao Alvarado the main event and make Crawford Horn a co-main event. But I don't know. I don't work for Top Rank, so I'm not sure. But listen, people, I'm not a big fan of the fight. I think the fight is maybe a couple years out of prime or whatever. And like this fight, if it would have happened in 2013, 2014, cool, right? Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, and he came back and fought Brandon Rios, who had just lost to Mike Alvarado, instead of Mike Alvarado, who had beaten. He had a loss to Rios in the first fight, but he had come back to beat Brandon Rios in the second fight. So if anything, Pacquiao should have fought Mike Alvarado. He would have been favored over Alvarado or Brandon Rios, even coming off of a knockout loss. You know what I mean? Just based on the styles. So I don't see it. You know what I mean? And this is the fake part about boxing and this boxing media. That's why I just come in, do my thing, and separate myself from what everybody else is doing, because I don't like to partake in the fake stuff. Like, for example, when Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao, and in the same year he says, I'm gonna fight Kareem Mayfield or Andre Berto, people lost their shit. Oh, what? Floyd ruined his legacy. And then when they announced that he is fighting Berto, and that's the actual person he's gonna be having and closing his Showtime contract with, people, they flip their top, you know what I mean? And Floyd ruined his legacy. What the fuck you mean, Berto? And it wasn't just fans, it was also the media saying, what? Floyd's really, everybody thought this was a joke when he said Kareem Mayfield and Berto, but he's serious. And they're writing all these heinous articles about it, knowing he had just beat Pacquiao, the guy you said you wanted to see him fight. And then now all of a sudden, it's people are mad at the fight. Or even when Floyd's fighting Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's like 28, 29, bigger than Floyd. Even though he's not a full-time boxer, he presents a danger, because you don't really know what a person who still comes from a fighting discipline is gonna do, especially when they're bigger, taller, allegedly stronger, stuff like that. But people got on Floyd about that, right? And even the Pacquiao fight with Floyd, people made excuses for why Pacquiao looked like shit. It's the salt water in my shoulder and $3. I need $3 shot. You know what I mean? And made all these excuses, talking about the fight should have happened 4 or 5 years ago. Well, explain Pacquiao Alvarado. Then that should have happened 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And the difference being is Pacquiao and Mayweather, even when they did fight, they're still like anomalies. They're still capable of beating really most people. You know what I mean? The only person that Pacquiao really had lost to was Marquez, who had 4 shots to get it right. You know what I mean? Floyd was still undefeated. But you can't say the same with Mike Alvarado. And I'm not throwing shade, but he's had legal trouble. He's also quit in multiple fights. Ruslan Provodnikov. I covered the fight as media with Brandon Rios, and I was so disappointed because I spent a week out in Colorado, and I had a great time in Colorado. I had a nice ass room with the view of the mountain, and you know what I mean, everything was great except for the actual fight. The undercard sucked. They had Gilberto Ramirez, but he didn't look good. You know what I mean? It wasn't a good experience. And then in the actual fight, Mike Alvarado quit in front of his hometown crowd again. and people were throwing bottles and spitting on him, so they canceled the press conference. So I really didn't get it was just a wasted trip. You know what I mean? I spent all this money to cover this for the fans, and, you know what I mean, cover it as media, and I didn't even really get no work. I didn't really get that much great footage. You know what I mean? But you live and you learn. It happens. I'm not a fan of this Pacquiao Alvarado fight. I think there's other people, like the guy that knocked out Diego Chavez. That's a decent fight. I would really rather see, I'm not even being facetious, but Andre Berto. People got mad when Floyd fought him. Why doesn't Pacquiao fight someone like Berto? I really wouldn't mind that. Josito Lopez. I'm not saying these would be my first choices for Pacquiao, but if someone says Andre Berto, or do you want to see him fight Mike Alvarado, then I'm going to pick Berto. The other thing is Mike Alvarado, what's his signature win at welterweight? I'll wait, because I'm assuming that's the weight that this fight will happen at. You know what I mean? I understand Pacquiao's coming off of a Jeff Horn loss, but I'm just sick of the hypocrisy and double standards in boxing. You know what I mean? Even Danny Garcia, he gets it all the time. Oh, this is bullshit. Danny Garcia's fighting Brandon Rios. What? How's he gonna fight Brandon? You know what I mean? People calling Danny Garcia all sorts of cherry pickers and Cherry Garcia and stuff like that, and mad at the fight. And he's also coming off a loss just like Pacquiao, right? And stylistically, the Brandon Rios fight should be pretty entertaining, because Garcia, as far as I'm concerned, he hasn't fully cemented himself as a welterweight. Pacquiao has good wins at welterweight, you know what I mean? And he's even fought in the 150s versus Margarito. So I think there's other options for it. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of Pacquiao Alvarado. But once again, like I said last year, tell the truth. Tell the truth. All these fake people in the comment section and people in the media who overly bash certain entities and stuff like that, it just makes them look horrible, because you know they're not going to criticize Pacquiao the same way they do Danny Garcia or Deontay Wilder. Why does Wilder get called bum squad when he's fighting Johan Duhaupas, who was a guy who was ranked, you know what I mean? When he's fighting this guy or that guy, it's all bum squad. Bum squad and cherry picking Garcia, and Floyd ruined his legacy for fighting Berto. All these things. Let's see if they come out and criticize this Pacquiao fight. But they won't. You know what I mean? Those same people will say, oh, Pacquiao's a legend. He deserves to go out like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, so Floyd Mayweather's not a legend, and he just beat Pacquiao, so he doesn't get to go out right off into the sunset with the Berto victory, you know what I mean, or a Berto fight. Just so many double standards. Let me know if you're feeling this fight, Pacquiao Alvarado, but it looks like this is the fight that they're closing in on. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.